All right, guys. So, hello again. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. We are back for another week of team training. Carissa here, Triple Diamond. Been with the company next month, 10 years. I'm excited for my double digits. So,
Yeah.
first off, just a reminder, it's 26th of the month. For those that are procrastinators and wake up on day 25, guess what? It's time to wake up. It's the end of the month. You got literally 4 days left to do something spectacular. So it's time to do that. We have promotions in place where it's going to help you with being able to get your 4-in-1 and then also get bonuses from it and take advantage of the $20 that you can earn on top of that just by doing 3 cycles of 4-in-1 and having that 4-in-1 complete their 4-in-1. You can also promote at that same time because the way things are set up right now with these packages, that right now we have the 14 easy is $129 and the BV for it is 100 BV. So that's 129 for 100 BV. There's going to be some more great packages that are coming that will help you out in the caffeine free area if need be. But these packages right now that are in place, I definitely recommend it. And so many of us right now are doing things that are helping us with our health from the inside out, where we're drinking the protein shake smoothie, where we can actually say, this is great, this is ways to take it. We have ways of being able to tell people so that that way they're more interested in it and they know that this is something consistently that you are using. So it's key to make sure that you're showing every day the products that you are using and you are putting it either in your stories, making real something, because I know at least everyone is taking at least 2 products a day. Put a one in the comments if you take at least 2 products a day. I mean, that should be everybody. That should be everybody because we don't all take at least one. It's always the second one. That second one is either thrown in with the first one. Me, I got the smoothie and I done threw the hydrate in there. I done threw the probiotics in there. I done threw the HSN in there. I done threw the collagen in there. Everything's in there. That's 5 products in one thing, all done. And then I got skinny tea that's happening later on. And then I got what else is going on? Fat fighters depending on the reward meal day. And then, oh, don't forget the coffee. Jesus, we got the coffee. And then don't do 2 coffees at one time. Then you got 2 coffees you taking. Because that's me. I be spiking my coffee with the skinny brew. I love sugar cookie. Sorry. Sugar cookie is bomb. That is number one. I don't care what y'all say. So y'all know sugar is still temporary. Oh yeah, coffee is it too. Thank you. So y'all should be on 10 products. I don't know where y'all at, but I done counted about 10 for me. So if you do not know, sugar cookie is temporary, meaning it was a holiday product. So if you did not get the newest catalog PDF that came out, it ain't on it. So any moment that sugar cookie can come down. So if y'all are like me, when I put out that broadcast and said the sugar cookie is gone, I hope y'all got y'all's. Because me, this one here, I counted mine. I got 360 days worth. I counted mine. I calculated to the T. I got 360 days worth. That's gonna make it until next holiday season for something else to come out. If they don't bring sugar cookie back, they better bring it back. I swear to God, they better bring it back. But if not, I'll figure it out by then. I got 360 days. So don't come over here asking me for none. I'm not sharing. Don't ask me for none. So we got that taken care of. Utilize your products, put them in your stories. You have too many products that you're taking, utilize them. Nope, no thank you, sorry for the address. Nope, not sharing. So next thing is, besides utilizing the products, is putting out there, maybe you in the stories with it. We do a lot of keeping each other accountable by doing different things like polls and stuff to be able to show you that this is what you're supposed to be doing to help you grow in your business. We have time blocks that we do every week, where on Sunday nights we do sessions to get together, and we do time blocks that we fill out to make sure. Okay, I got too many papers here in front of me, and that time block, but sitting here with it, it's probably mixed in somewhere. But oh, there it goes. Time blocks is something to help you out with staying on task, where all you do is take 30 minutes out of your day to do a block. And guess what that block can be? Anything you want it to be because it's blank. You fill it in. It's blank. See, it's blank. That means nobody else is telling you what to do with your business with you. So fill that time block in the way you want to. And you do 4 of those a day. Me, when I was working, my blocks used to be waking up first thing in the morning. I get it done before I get the kids up. Next time I would do it again when I get to work and I'm in the parking lot, I get something else done. Next time I do it again, I'm going to the bathroom, but in that bathroom, all of a sudden, I'm lying. I got the bubble guts or something, but I'm staying in that bathroom a little bit longer so I can get work done. Boom. Next time I'm on lunch. Lunch just happened to be where I was working at the time, not 30 minutes. It was like 15 to 20, but I'm getting work done. And then after that, guess what? I got to go back to the bathroom again, get some more work done. And then from that, you get home and you have whoever over to be able to try your products. You make your day the way you want to make your day, but make sure you time manage it so that way you get stuff done. Because if not, then you're going to be looking back on your day like right now saying, I ain't done crap today. I ain't accomplished nothing. And then tomorrow you're going to wake up and not want to do anything. So manage your day, keep people accountable with you, and utilize what you have in front of you, which is people that want to help you, like these Zooms. And we have special guests on that want to also pour into you when this ain't even 18. But because we all work together, we're able to help one another grow. Why not take advantage of it by staying plugged in and close to the fire? So I hope everybody auto ship has ran. I hope everybody's also commission qualified by now. It's the 26th. Put a 2 in the comments if you commission qualified. That should be everybody on here. That should be 21 comments. Because that's one thing. If you ain't getting paid, why are you here? Because you want to get paid, right? So that's all I got. That's all I got. Let me bring on our special guest. This guy, I done seen him since he been in this business back from about 2 years and 2 months or 4 months ago. I seen him when he promoted to that triple diamond in that 2-month, 3-month period. I was like, hold on now. You at my rank already. What is going on here? And to see that, he's in this he's in this female-driven business as a male, not taking any excuses, not letting that be something that stop him from being driven with it. Okay, Doreen, now we see you. Okay. I'm sorry. She just threw me off.
I'm sorry. That's why I had my phone turned because I didn't want to be, in camera. Sorry.
So he's in this female driven business that we thought It Works was, where now men are coming into this business, being able to do the same thing, being able to duplicate what we're doing, and being able to hold on, mute button now next, and be able to show you guys that it can be done no matter who you are. There's no excuses with this. Where is the mute button? Why I can't find it? Well, here we go. All right, so let me bring on Tracy, Mr. Tracy Fisher, because the ADD is kicking in now. Let me bring on Mr. Tracy Fisher. Thank you so much, first off, for taking time out of your day. Secondly, dealing with the craziness that we always exist as a team here, because we fun. We crazy and fun at the same time. And thirdly, being able to pour into us and give us so many different tips and knowledge. Yesterday, you devoured that Zoom. That was amazing. For those who didn't watch it, recording is already out there, so I hope you do. And take it away. Let's get you going, and then we'll me and Rusty will piggyback off you.
Hey guys, what's going on? What's up, guys? Hey, listen, Carissa, thank you, partner. I appreciate you so much, girl. You're so funny. So funny. I am just humble. When my partner, Miss Carissa, called me to just to kind of, I guess, share some nuggets or what have you on the call, I was very honored because I asked her to do the same thing for me a few weeks ago, and she did. And so I appreciate my partner. Listen, guys, you don't understand. You guys got some good ones, really, really good leaders, really, really good leaders. That is so tough to find in our profession today with so much movement happening, so much movement that's going on in our profession today. When you have someone that's a staple, that have been here for many, many years, Mr. Rusty, my goodness, from day one, he's been here, he's seen it all. And when you have someone like that, guys, that's constantly willing to pour into people, pour into you, That's a treasure. That is a treasure. Guys, listen, I'm gonna be open and very transparent tonight on a couple of things. Number one, I've been in the profession now for well over 20 plus years. I've been a part of the It Works family now for 3 years. I mentioned that story last night. How I came into the company, I wasn't looking for It Works at all. I wasn't looking for it because I felt it was a rap company. I heard about it. I knew that there was just a lot of females doing a lot of rapping, and I didn't really see myself rapping females. I've been married to my wife for over 28 years. And so I just couldn't put the two together that I was going to be around a lot of women and I was going to be helping them rap. I'm like, no, I can't do that. But because I trusted my sponsor, right? I trusted my sponsor. I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. And things started happening. We started running as an organization, started running as a team. And we were able to hit that position of triple pretty quick. Now, here's the thing, guys. Remember, everything that's high also goes down. Everything that's high eventually will come back down. So we've had some up moments in our company, and we also had some down moments. But it was in the valley. Watch this. In the valley is where you build that persistence muscle. Write that down. In the valley is where you build your persistence muscle. It's also where you build your consistency muscle. See, everybody want to stay on the mountaintop, but that's not where you're going to build that muscle. You build the muscle when you're going through the challenge. And listen, guys, I feel like that being able at this stage of my career, after my 3rd year into the business, this is where I'm building that consistency muscle, right? And so I think that's very, very important. Now, the one thing that I advise everyone on the broadcast to do, I'm going to give you a couple of tips for what I believe are what's called end of the month. End of the month. How should you be thinking end of the month? How should you be working end of the month? I'll give you a couple of tips, guys, on things that I've learned a long time ago in terms of end of the month things. Now, watch this. Even when you promote the Ruby, when you promote the Emerald, Diamond, Double, Triple, it doesn't matter. You got to keep these same consistent habits, how you approach the last 4 or 5 days of the month. Okay, how you approach, because believe it or not, that's when your intensity muscle, have to creep up. You got to really build that intensity. If you look at a football game, the last 2 minutes, that intensity is very high. The last 2 minutes, guys. If you look at a basketball game, the intensity level, the defensive players, that intensity level is very high. That's the way we look at it in our profession. The last 4 or 5 days a month, you got to look at certain things that's going to generate more volume for you. Okay, generate more volume for you. So I'm gonna give you a couple of things that I actually do, and I kind of encourage my team to do as well. I want you to write this down. Number one, we always do a contest, some type of contest. And I know we have the 4-in-1 that's out there. And the way that I look at it is that if anyone on my team, I'm not telling you guys to do this, but I'm just saying in the future, you may want to adopt this philosophy. You may want to adopt it. Anyone that completes the 4-in-1, we know that they're going to get a $150 bonus. We understand that, right? So if they get a $150 bonus from the company, then I also like to give them a $50 bonus from me. Okay, just an extra $50. So I'll give them a contact. Hey guys, listen, anyone who completes it, you get $150 from the company, but guess what? I'm also going to Zelle you another $50 just to say big thumbs up for you, right? Big hand clap, thumbs up, go to lunch on me today. So I always like to give back, guys, to people that's in my team. So I always like to run a contest. That's number one. Number two, guys, is that I always follow up with the people that I've talked to in the first quarter of that month. The first 10 days of the month is really the time where you should be talking and calling a lot of people, picking up that 1,000-pound elephant. It's called the telephone. Okay, it's a 1,000-pound elephant. But you want to pick that phone up and start calling people and also just messaging people about the opportunity. Well, you should do a heavy load of that in the first 10 days of the month, right? Now, the last 4 or 5 days of the month is where you should be following up with those individuals. Remember this statement, guys, the fortune is always in the follow-up, right? The fortune is always in the follow-up. I want you to imagine a funnel, if you will, okay? I want you to imagine a funnel. And one of the things about a funnel, guys, is that a funnel is empty if you don't put anything in it. right? The funnel is empty if you put nothing in it. In other words, if you talk to nobody, that funnel will never be full, right? And so I said this last night on the call that you don't sow the seed and reap the harvest at the same time. Okay, you don't sow the seed and reap the harvest at the same time. So when you're talking about the fortune is in your follow-up, some of you guys have people that you've already talked to in the month of December. Start calling some of those individuals now. Remember, a no doesn't mean no, it means no, not right now. It may be the timing is bad for people at that particular time. So just put them in what I call a 30-day cycle, a 30-day revolving file for you, and just always follow back up with people, okay? So that's another one. Number 3, guys, is that I recommend that you utilize Mr. Rusty. You utilize the leaders who can talk about the language of it works with a 3-way phone call, okay? If you are a Ruby, Emerald, or higher, right? And if you know the language of our company, then set aside about 2 or 3 hours and you're calling people just to say, hey, listen, anyone that you have for me to talk to, I want to be right here for you today. I want to make sure, right, that I can help you close and enroll and have them see the vision of our company, right? You want to have that third-party validation. Let me talk to you real quick about the 3-way phone call, because Mr. Rusty, I believe that 3-way phone call is an underused skill in our profession. I talk about it all the time, and I really hone that in because it's a skill. And remember this, guys, the people that you're connected to, let's say your uncle or your cousin, some of these people know you personally, right? They know you keep your house messy, right? They know you have other crazy stuff going on in your life. They know you personally. They trust you, but they don't necessarily respect your business acumen. They don't respect you in business. They trust you, Miss Monique, but they don't necessarily respect you in it works in the business. So here's the skill that I want to show you guys. And I'm telling you, the man or woman on this broadcast that can pick this skill up and utilize it, guys, it's going to take you so far in the company. Here's the skill. Hey, real quick, let's just say real quick that I'm talking with Miss Monique, and let's just say my role is to get Miss Monique on the phone with Mr. Rusty, right? And so I'm going to say something like, hey, Monique, listen real quick. What I want to do real quick is I want to put you on the phone with one of my senior business partners. Okay, I never call him Rusty. Watch this. I want to put you on the phone with one of my senior business partners. His name is Mr. Rusty Lackey. He's one of the top executives in the company. The company, by the way, did over $6 billion in revenue, and he's one of the top executives. Now, the one thing about it is that Mr. Rusty is making a lot of money in the company. He has 100% of the knowledge. But here's the deal, Monique, he's a very busy person. He's a very busy person. I want to see if I can get him on the phone with you, because remember, I'm just getting this thing kicked off and I don't want to mess it up. So I want you to talk to one of my top executives who can better explain the vision, better explain exactly what we're doing. So give me a second. Let me see if I can get Mr. Rusty on the phone. Right, now watch this. I'm going to connect Mr. Rusty to Miss Monique. And I'm going to introduce them on a 3-way phone call by simply saying, hey, Mr. Rusty, this is the young lady, Monique. Monique, this is my business partner, Mr. Rusty Lackey. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce them, and then I'm going to be quiet and let Mr. Rusty take over that conversation. You understand what I'm saying, guys? That's a skill. Miss Monique is going to be introduced to Mr. Rusty. Mr. Rusty's been a part of the company for a little while. He has more knowledge, right? He's making the money, right? He has a professional background. So let Mr. Rusty do your talking for you. Guys, I'm telling you, if you utilize that skill, you're going to get to the next level based on how Mr. Rusty delivers for you. Okay, so I'll teach my team, guys, utilize that three-way phone call. Now, if you are a leader, guys, make sure that you that you utilize that three-way phone call with your partners as well. Call them up. Hey, listen, anyone you need me to talk to, I'm right there for you. I'm right there for you, okay? Now, another thing, guys, that I'll do with the team is that every single morning I do the daily motivationals in my messenger, right? Because remember, we're at the last of the month. It's almost like a team huddle. So I'm doing a daily motivational. I'll grab some video on YouTube, something that's going to jolt everybody, some Eric Thomas, some Les Brown, and I'm going to put that into the team page. I want them to listen to that especially at the end of the month, because I need their attitude. I need it to be high, right? I need that to be high. So my messenger motivation is what I call it at the end of the month. Messenger motivation. Okay. And another thing, guys, is that I'm going to plan out my next 4 or 5 days in my calendar. You guys have a calendar? Yes. Put a number 3 if you got your calendar. Number 3 if you got your calendar in the chat. Okay. So watch this. I'm going to make sure that inside of my calendar, I'm going to plan out the next 3 or 4 days. I'm going to make extensive phone calls. Why? Because I still have my list. And my list is going to forever be growing, right? I still have my list. Now watch this. Every leader on the broadcast, whenever you make your list, it should be a list that's ever evolving. Your list should never run out. It should be a list that's always evolving, okay? When you add someone in your cell phone, jot them down and put them on your list. That's important, right? So plan out your week and then work your plan. Plan it out on paper and then work your plan. And number 7, guys, watch this. I want you to pay really close, and I know Carissa kind of hit on this as well. Pay close attention to your back office volume. The end of the month, pay attention to that. Now, let's just say real quick that you're not at the level that you want to reach in terms of Ruby level, right? But let's say that you are a qualifying leg. You know right now that your volume, let's say it's at 300, 350. What I want you to focus on is making sure that you become a qualifying leg for somebody else. Listen to what I'm saying, guys. Remember, you got to be willing to help someone else. That person can come back and reach down and help you. Eventually, when you're working it as a team now, be the person that's going to help your senior partner. Because remember, they have to have a qualifying leg. You got to have at least 400 volume. So that means if you have to purchase a new product, enroll another loyal customer, right? Do whatever you have to do to push yourself at least to your 400 mark, right? Now, if you are real close, let's say you're sitting at 1,200, 1,400 in volume, and you have your necessary legs in order for you to go Ruby. Guys, listen, I would say work this business with a sense of urgency. And what I mean by that, guys, you need to be lighting up that phone call, begging for customers. Yeah, I said it, guys. Miss Carissa, listen, I am not too proud to beg. When I'm closing out my positions, right, I am not too proud to beg. I have family members. I have people. Miss Carissa, listen to this. When I was going after the 4-in-1, and I hit it about 7 times, guys. When I was going after the 4-in-1, I had people that I have not talked to, Miss Stephanie, when I first got into the business. That was in my cell phone. But when I was closing out 4-in-1, best believe they got the phone call from me. And I was listen, I need your help. I need you to do me a huge personal favor. You know, I've been a part of the company now for X amount of years, right? I am not going to call you to mess with you, but I need you to support me, please. I don't care if you do it for 3 months. Just help me out, please. Notice the begging. Yes, I was begging. I knew that. Now watch this. When I got them on the product, though, I would always follow back up with them. I was sending them Christmas cards. Those people are still on my products right now. They're still on my products right now. Because why? I also put them in a group, Mr. Lackey. My partner and I, we have our customers inside of a Facebook group. They're seeing the before and after pictures from other clients. It keeps them enrolled a little bit longer based on the goal that they told me that they want to achieve. Okay? Because we're looking for long-term customers. Now, another thing that I recommend, guys, is contacting people, especially now, contacting people that were former representatives that was with you before. That's something that I did recently, okay? There were people that were on my 7th level, my 8th level, that I had no direct contact with some of those individuals. And for whatever reason, the person that invited them into the business, they gave up, they quit. Well, guess what, guys? I enrolled someone the other day based on reaching down and contacting people that have canceled. Why? Those phone numbers are still on your report. Okay? Remember, people go through seasons of life. They go through seasons. You see, they may be, Miss Stephanie, that person that's in your report somewhere, they may be assigned to you personally, not the person that enrolled them, but they may be assigned to you personally. So don't be afraid to reach back and call some of the people and just ask them, hey, how you doing? Happy New Year. How's your family going? How's your family doing? Okay. Remember, guys, our profession is about networking, but it's also about building those friendships and building those relationships. So don't be afraid to dig down, build the friendships, even if you have to take someone to lunch. Okay. Even if you have to take someone to lunch. So guys, listen, you know, I talked about this to one of my team members the other day. The one thing I do trust, Miss Stephanie, is this. I trust my get up muscle. Yeah, see, I trust my get up muscle. I want to be very transparent again with you guys. See, I don't have a sponsor today. Yeah, see, I don't have a sponsor today. My sponsor, Mr. Rusty, is the company now. So I don't have someone who now, that person has now transitioned away. So my 20 plus years of experience, Miss Stephanie, has now kicked in. This is the first time in my 20 plus years that I didn't follow my sponsor out. First time, Mr. Rusty, because I believe and it works so much. I appreciate Mr. Mark. I appreciate the company, the products. This compensation plan has saved my wife and I big time. So I appreciate that, right? But the one thing I do know, guys, number one, I know how to train and I know how to do my own presentations. And as long as you do that, guys, as long as you know how to do that, you're going to always be fed in this profession. So you don't need an upline, to be honest with you. I didn't need an upline. I'm sorry. God is my upline. Hello? God is my upline. And the one thing about Tracy Fisher, guys, I trust my get up muscle. You got to understand, you guys also have a get up muscle. Trust that muscle and keep it moving. Keep it moving. Mr. Rusty, over to you, sir.
He just gave you the ultimate of how to be successful in direct sales. And I think we got so much into social media, nothing wrong with social media, nothing to work it the way it is. But I promise you, we built a team of 635 people in 28 days by three-way phone calls, conference calls. And I still do a massive amount of three-way phone calls. Now, we do all right on social media, but I would rather be finding out what that person needs and make it specific to them. Yep. That way I can create a solution for that person. But it's the power of the third party that will get your closing ratios way up here because they feel a part of something that's bigger than them and that they can grow into something. And then they can feel and hear your passion. When you create this molecular structure, this energy that's inside of you, when you project that out to the person, it is a transfer of that molecular energy from you to them. And when that starts to happen, I promise you, I'll make a bet with all of you, and I'll cover all the bet. If you'll spend the rest of this month doing the three-way phone calls, this will be the biggest January you've ever ended, and you'll start the biggest February you've ever had. And March is always the magic month. When you hit into March, you'll be into momentum, and when you find out what's going to happen next week with whatever he's going to tell you, momentum it'll either carry you, you'll be doing the right things, and it'll carry you, or you'll get left behind. But Tracy, I got someone to tell you. I really respect you. When people transition out, you stuck with it. You see the value. You saw God had placed you here, just like when I left the bank 20 years ago. They said, "Oh, you'll be back." I said, "No, I won't." I already knew God had already had a bigger plan in my life. I've had multiple times and offers to leave for big upfront monies, the little bonuses like the $1 million if you'll just come. I said, "No, I'm not for sale. because Mark Pentecost is the greatest CEO on planet Earth. He has never lied to me. I'm going to tell y'all something you don't know. Mr. Fisher, and then I left the bank in a big salary. And 90 days later, Mark called me because we promised we would never lie to each other, the good, the bad, and the ugly. He said, I promise you I've never lied. Now I need to talk to you about something. I said, all right, shoot. He said, we're broke. Okay, broke. I said, what does that mean? It means we ain't got no money. I said, yeah, I knew what that meant. It's, what are we going to do about it? He said, I sold our house earlier today. I've closed on it, and the money will be in the banking account tomorrow, and I'm FedExing you your check. Now, most other little CEOs and little companies that just started would have said, well, we just didn't quite make it. We're sorry. Mark Pentecost is a man of integrity. And how you lose your zeal in all these years with this product line with a man of that integrity, I have no idea. But you know what? Here's what's going to happen. For where we're fixing to go, if you're not seeing what he's been putting out there and to look in that man's eyes, I know him 20 years. I got a personal relationship with him outside of it works. When you see him got that crazy coach look, things are fixing to go to a whole nother level like you have never seen. The rare air is coming. Plenty of room up here with the rare air, but I promise you. And he FedExed me the check, and it was only like $12,900. It was my third or fourth month in. And right then I said, Mark, I don't know how much equity I have in my house, but I promise you, before the sun drops today, I'll have it. I'll cash it out, and I'll have to wire you the money. He said, no, we're going to be okay. Just keep working. So I told you that to tell you this. There's a man that put his family's way of life on the line for my family. He could have just said, I'll see you. We're sorry it didn't work. They'll probably hire you back. He got in the trenches, and we started slinging and swinging. And then we started to dream bigger than we ever dreamed, Tracy. We started dreaming of filling coliseums up, not just little restaurant rooms, little hotel rooms, no, coliseums up. And we started to dream all over the world. And there we are today. We could have easily said, oh, it's just too hard. The money just wasn't like we thought it was. No, this is going into the fourth biggest run we've ever had. And we've been through some ups and downs. But, you know, when you make up your mind you're going to quit and it just got too hard and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, when you've got a problem, go look in the freaking mirror. Go look in the mirror and say, why didn't I make the phone calls? Why didn't I do the 3-ways? Because all that help is readily available if you just reach out and ask for it. We don't know what you need until you ask for it and you tell us. And so what we're doing is every day we're trying to cultivate that new leadership. We call it stage ready. Number one, you have a product line that's going to get you the results physically. I've got them. You cannot argue with my before and afters for the last 20 years. Just my physical. There's nothing out there like it that I'm aware of. Yes, I would love to see it, and I would say I'm sorry, but this product line didn't change my life. It saved it. And to make millions of dollars with Mr. Pentecost, we could have quit and just went back to the bank. I'd be dead now. I'm pretty sure of that. But for him to put us in a position to win, if you just do the work, you're going to win by default because you're on the right team. You're at the right place at the right time with a company of integrity. And for the people that's going to work with, it doesn't matter about cross line, up line, down line, sideline. I too don't have no up line. I have Mark. You got Mark. So we got something very in common. So when you make up your mind, this is where we are. We rose to the top because we didn't default. We did not default and quit and just the grass was green. No, the grass is green wherever you water it. It's just some of you's not watering it enough. But I promise to God, I have never not picked up my phone in 20 years. Somebody called for 3-way. And all I'm going to do is ask that person a few questions. And I'm going to find out what's important to them. And I'm going to create a solution physically and financially. And I make the offer. And it's up to them to where they take it. And here's what you don't want to do. Is get emotionally attached to the outcome because you have an unrealistic expectation. Like you said, Tracy, you can't plant the seed and harvest it all in the same day. So therefore, if you're out doing those massive amount of calls, and you get used to getting on this telephone again, people are hungry for you to show up. They're hungry for people just to let them know that you care, that they're that important. And you're going to spend some time with me? Yeah, because I believe you're that important. I like to work with you on your future, where I've been, but where we're going to go is where I'm excited about. 20 years has been great. I don't have to do nothing the rest of my life. I don't want to. See, there's a difference between having a passion and having a calling. When God puts a calling in your heart, it's not work. You don't quit on your calling. You just make it better every single day through your passion. Your calling gets bigger, and you're going to be the person of impact that enriches and takes people's lives to another level. You give them something to believe in, which is them, because you're just there to support them until they get that self-confidence and they get that momentum and that swing, and they start to create that story. We just relied on social media so long. We think that's the be all, see all, do all. If I were to become a world leader today, I would shut it down. You would go back into building some people skills where we could love one another like we did back in the old days, but it's vastly coming back. People are tired of this cartoon character stuff. And I'm gonna tell you something. You do three ways a day. I call it tell three. Do three ways a day, and you do it 5-6 days a week, and that duplicatable system kicks in, and you're gonna have some people that duplicate you. It'll take you to the top of the company. It'll take you to the millionaires club. But see, you can't get there by yourself. And based off of what Tracy said, when you're reaching down because somebody evaporated on somebody and they just didn't know where to go and do next, there's your job and my job to reach down in the depths of that organization, pick up the phone and call that person, let them know you care. Now, they might not be the outcome you want right now, but you planted a seed. You planted the seed, and people will never forget how you made them feel when you make them feel important. Whether you get in my organization or not. See, Tracy and I are cousins. This is a family reunion.
Sure.
Has nothing to do with Crossline. No, we're not. No, if Tracy ain't successful, I'm not going to be successful. If y'all ain't successful, me and Tracy don't have a chance. But I promise you, we set things in place and in order to put you in a position to win. If you just want to just go do the work, it ain't hard. Most of you like to run your mouth about stuff that ain't important. Go find something to talk about that's important that you're excited about. I'm excited about the entire product line. I'm excited about the compensation plan. And Tracy, I'm really excited about what's fixing to happen next week with all the new diamond bonus. Oh, he ain't never.
Come on now. I see you, Miss Monique. Listen, Mark is such a competitor. He is such a competitor. I love what he said, Rusty. He said, I'm tired of playing on the defense. It's time for us to go to, did y'all hear him say that? I'm tired of playing on the defense. Let's go offense. Remember now, he is a winning coach. He's a winning coach. He knows what's going on out there. He knows the chatter that's happening out there in the world, right? He knows it. And so he hired some incredible people that's giving him incredible advice. Guys, listen, our whole focus, and my mindset, listen, I want you to listen to this. I want you, just imagine going into your backyard and you got that big oak wood tree that's in your backyard, Stephanie. And every single day, you go to that oak wood tree and you hit that tree 3 times with an axe, 3 times, and go back in the house. The next day, you do it again. Hit that same tree 3 times, go back in the house. 24 hours later, you go back, hit that same tree 3 times, Miss Pam, go back in the house. Miss Janice, you go back out again with that same axe and hit it 3 times. Eventually, guys, what's going to happen to that tree? That tree is going to come down, right? It's going to come down. So the consistency that we work as a unit, the persistency that we work as a unit, eventually those dreams and goals are going to come to you. Those dreams and goals are going to be right there in your reality. But we have to be consistent as a team, consistent as a unit to keep hitting that tree. Keep hitting that tree every single day, guys. Listen, and trust the leadership, trust Mr. Mark, trust the people that he's put around him, that he's got all of our family's best interests at heart. That's what I'm leaning on. When I met that man in 2018, man, I looked into that man's soul. That man cared about me. He cared about my family. And when someone cares about your family like that, guys, I've never missed a paycheck. Mr. Rusty, you've never missed a paycheck. You just told us that incredible story. Well, guess what, guys? They're not broke anymore. The company is not broke anymore, right? So people transitioning out, that's a part of the profession. But just like people transition out, I still believe in my heart, the #1 income earners have not been sponsored into the company yet. I believe I'm going to sponsor that person into the company. See, I want you to believe you're going to sponsor Miss Pam, Miss Alexandria, you're going to sponsor that person, right? The top income earner. Miss Janice, you're going to sponsor that person, the top income earner, and it works. They haven't came yet. No, we're still early. We're still early, guys. Keep fighting, keep swinging, Keep sharpening your personal development axe every single day. Keep reading, keep listening, and keep growing your belief level. The skill stuff will come. I promise you, that skill will come. But keep growing your belief level with your personal development every single day. And listen, next week, let's be prepared for conference, guys. Let's be in the moment of that conference. My challenge to each one of you, when you go by yourself, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to hear some great information. But if you take some people with you, right? Get on a Zoom with them, put some people in your house. If you do that and you guys grow and learn together and you hear these big announcements together, guys, it's been proven that after a company major announcement, production goes skyrocket. It will go up. It will go up for you guys. So make sure not only are you there, but any person, Ms. Janice, in your organization, encourage them. Please encourage them to be at that convention, guys, because I'm telling you, we need to all hear what they're about to say, but let's hear it together. Back to you guys. Appreciate you guys for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you for being on. Chris, you want to finish it up, honey?
Yes, sir. So I got a ton of notes again. I'm excited. I got too much stuff on tonight. We done been filled tonight a ton of different ways from every angle you can think of, from the 90, 80, 20, 10 to the business side, to our minds, everything. Listen, we filled. Now the next step is to utilize everything that you done learned. We got 4.5 days, because today still count, towards making things possible to continue to push this month the way it need to go. If you are not where you want to be, then you still got time to get there. If you think you are where you want to be, then there's more that need to be done and you still ain't there yet. So keep pushing yourself. You can continue to finish that 4-1 this month. All you have to do is look at the calendar. Look at your eSuite, look at the tracker. It'll tell you exactly what you've done so far this month with your 4-1. Finish that out. All you have to do is make sure that's 240 personal BV between those 4 customers. If not, and you need to get a 5th one in there to get that BV, go ahead and get that distributor in now. Don't work on that distributor on let's say Wednesday. I don't know what's the last day of the week. What's that, like Tuesday or something? Don't wait all the way to next week. Work on that now, because they can get in and get it done. Don't wait till the last minute. So get that new affiliate in, get that new business partner, new influencer, new ambassador, whatever word you want to use. Start working on getting your new distributor in so you can work with them to get their 4-1. Because when they get their 4-1, now you got another 350 coming. So you got 150 for getting your 4-1 this month. You'll get that next week for conference. And then you work with them so you can get 350. And guess what? You got to cycle out the way. Now you just got to do that 2 more times. Too simple, too easy to not be able to get at least one $2,500 bonus. So let's finish this out. I'm excited. Good night to everyone. I will have these recordings out hopefully shortly. If not, just find me tomorrow and get them. Okay? Enjoy your night, guys.